Hello and welcome back to the Do Not Cancel Me podcast. Today, Game Sage is going to be leading the episode, so why don't you start us off?
Yeah, so the first thing I want to talk about is it's a very short subject that I want to talk about. It's that Pokemon will have a live action show on Netflix. And it'll
What?
be similar to Detective Pikachu.
Sorry, hold on. What?
What did my mic cut out or did
No,
it
I
just
didn't hear about this. What?
Oh yeah. It was an article published a day ago.
What's it gonna be about? What?
Um it's I assume it's just gonna follow like Ryan Reynolds or someone. I don't know. I
So
assume
it's
it'll
gonna
just
be
be
like,
like the old fashioned show.
so it's going to be kind of like the old. It's gonna be like Detective Pikachu, basically.
Yeah, it says will be like Detective Pikachu.
So I don't think it's gonna be about Detective Pikachu. I think it's gonna be like in that, like how
Yeah,
it's
it's
staged
it's it's
in the
like
same
it'll be
world.
like yes. It says a live action Pokemon series akin to Detective Pikachu is reportedly in the works at Netflix from Lucifer co-showrunner Joe Henderson.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is it's gonna be more of like a regular Pokemon TV show instead of more Detective Pikachu, like
Oh
the
yeah,
anime.
yeah, definitely,
I
definitely.
thought you were like saying it's gonna be like a sequel to Detective Pikachu.
No. It's gonna be. I assume because I did not go into reading it because I have a bunch of tabs open for
Yeah.
different topics. Um, but I assume it's going to be like the animated TV show but live action. Maybe not with
Okay.
Ash, who's been 11 years old for 40 years, but yeah.
Okay. That's. I've not heard about that yet. And then they just announced Invincible's getting a second season.
I did not see that, but
Yeah.
you saying that makes me really excited because I just recently watched the show. It's great.
Yeah, I think it
I
got. It's getting season 2 and 3.
yeah, I really what's the word? You should watch it.
Encourage you to watch it.
Yeah.
I have yet to. I do want to,
Mhm.
but I'm currently Ted Lasso season 2 is coming out, so I'm watching that with my dad. So after that's done, we'll probably watch Invincible, I'm guessing. But before that, we're finally getting to the end of Star Wars: The Bad Batch, which I know you probably don't watch. But
No,
the
I don't.
episode that came out today had three great cameos, technically, in the terms of Rex shows up for a bit of the episode, and he sends the Bad Batch on a mission to retrieve Gregor, a fan favorite character from a Imperial base, which is the first time we see the new TK labeled stormtroopers, which is no longer clones, other people. So it's a bunch.
Mhm.
And the third great cameo is Scorch from the Republic Commandos game that came out like 15 years ago. It's Clone
Nice.
Commando that is a fan favorite. That whole squad is a fan favorite that has showed up once in the Clone Wars for a brief, just a brief cameo. Only one of them talks though. But that was a great cameo, and the episode was overall one of the best I've seen. So, yeah, TV's all these shows. I guess it's weird not saying TV shows
Yeah.
because they're not TV shows. They're streaming.
Yeah.
Have been great so far. So,
This is pretty common knowledge if you follow the Marvel Instagram or anything. But there are new Lego MCU collectibles that include Throg, Alligator Loki, and many others. And one that I was most excited about was the Spider Supreme, which is Spider-Man wearing the cloak of levitation.
Yes, and I think that's good, especially in my opinion, the Spider Supreme. I think most people are gonna want it not for it being Spider Supreme, but for the Spider-Man alone, because that's one of the best Spider-Mans there has ever been made.
Yeah.
Because in this new wave, there's now side leg printing that has been found on
That's
many of the
finally
figures.
showing up.
That's finally showing up. We see on so many custom figures. Their Lego's finally doing it. And the only two I can remember off the top of my head that have it is Spider-Man and T'Challa Star-Lord. So
I think Sam Wilson, Captain America, also does.
I
I
think
can
he might have
see.
it, and
I'm
that's the
looking at
one.
the images right now, and I can see just a slight print
Okay,
on the side of his leg.
that's great for me because I cannot wait to get that Sam.
Definitely.
One thing to know about me is, out of all the shows, I think Loki is good, but the finale was just because it was we didn't know it was a multi-season show. WandaVision
Mhm.
absolutely sucked when it wasn't about Jimmy Woo, in my opinion. I guess,
Yeah, totally.
and that's from
It was
someone who
alright the
loves
first
The
few episodes.
Office.
It was alright the first few episodes, but the end just came up so short.
1, 2, and 9 were just horrible, and then the rest were mediocre. And the best one was definitely Halloween, the Halloween one. Or we interrupt we interrupt this program when we finally see the outside world and get more
Definitely.
um, closure on what's going on in the show. So, so I think Captain America. Sorry, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I always get those mixed up because they have so similar names of and the Winter Soldier.
Hmm.
Um, I love that one, except there's one part in it, and that's so at the end of Loki, King's talking to Sylvie and Loki after he can see what goes on past the multiverse,
Uh
and
huh.
he stops talking for a bit and seems a little panicked, and people say, and it's basically confirmed, that that's the moment when Wanda becomes the Scarlet Witch.
Uh huh.
I do not believe that. I
Neither do
believe
I.
I believe that that moment is when Sam or Captain America gives his speech about racism being bad in the finale of Captain America Falcon and the Winter Soldier when he's
Really?
talking to the GRC. I believe that's the thing that made King pause.
Are you joking?
I'm totally joking, but I just love that
Okay.
theory. No, it's confirmed to be Wanda because the shows match up by the timeline matches up, and the people have already confirmed it. That the ending
Well,
of Wanda.
okay, but um, he states in the show that he has seen everything, which means but
Up
at the
until a
moment
certain
when
point.
the moment just before the timeline splits, he stops and says, "I can't see it anymore," meaning
He can only see up to a
which
certain point.
obviously he can't see everything anymore, because if the timeline is splitting off, then there's a bunch of different things that he hasn't seen yet.
Correct, yeah. But the
So
showrunners, the MCU, Kevin
if
Feige, they already
she
basically
but
confirmed.
she was always the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, she was called the Scarlet Witch, but this is when she
that's the
gained her
only
full
time.
powers.
No, it's not that. It's that's the only time she actually was called the Scarlet Witch. She's always had the powers of the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, but this is when she fully unlocked them, when she fully understanded her powers.
Yeah, but obviously she was destined to do that anyway.
Yes, definitely. She most likely was, but it's confusing. Again, Loki's a multi-season show,
Hmm.
so it's it it's just crazy. I mean, I don't know. Because they announced that the end of Loki takes place right at the end of WandaVision.
Yeah.
So technically, the moment where Wanda is in Sokovia, that's very close to the end of WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
because that has to be very close because that's when Loki stabs Wanda. Sorry, Loki stabs Kang, creating the multiverse, and that part of WandaVision is when so when Wanda hears Billy and Tommy in the end of at the post credit scene in WandaVision, that's when
That's
the multiverse
when,
starts. They've completely
yeah.
confirmed that. The other one's more speculation, but is also most likely true.
Mm-hmm.
So just something to think about. Um, Another thing about the minifigure wave is I think that they should have removed two of the minifigures, and
And
that
which are
is
those?
Gamora. Gamora's cool, but uh, she's just
Meh.
meh.
She's
It's
definitely meh.
Thanos Gamora. And this one, it maybe not this one. This one's pretty cool. The rest are cool. Gamora's just the lamest one of them all that
Mm-hmm.
isn't, that needs to be in the wave. Uh, is a zombie cap, which is, I mean, in this wave we're getting technically 4 Captain America shields. 2 with Bucky and Sam both have it.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Carter has one. And then Zombie
Mm-hmm.
Cap has one. So I think they should
Yeah.
remove that. And then replace it with
But considering the fact that Thanos, Gamora, T'Challa, Star Lord, and Captain Carter are there, all of them except for Gamora were in the trailer, in the teaser to What If.
correct.
So why wouldn't they have Zombie Cap in if he was also in the trailer?
Because I think they should have given the other shows, Loki and Captain Falcon the Winter Soldier, um, one more character each, and I think I basically know which ones they would have given. Loki was the most obvious one, is with Mobius, and I don't know why
Totally.
they didn't do Mobius because everyone loves him. And
They should have put him in and gave him a freaking jet ski, baby.
and okay, that's another problem with the Loki finale. No jet ski.
Well, okay, to be fair,
It will happen probably next season.
it will. If it doesn't, I will riot.
Yeah. So it's yeah, but Mobius would have been easy. And then for Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Although also Kang would have been a pretty cool minifigure as well.
Kang would have been cool, but we're getting. Well, technically, in the finale, it is Kang, but he's called the One Who Remains, and then he gets replaced by
No,
Kang,
that's
the
a title.
Conqueror.
Yeah, he is
He's
Kang, the One Who
Kang,
Remains. The
but
version of him is actually in the comics, and he's a peaceful Kang,
yes, now we
just
have
like this one,
Kang, the Conqueror,
which
who
is
we're gonna
the
deal with in
freaking
Ant-Man.
best one.
Yes, who my theory is we're gonna get more information on in Ant-Man Quantumania, with also probably the Ghost still in there. And
Oh
then,
yeah, I forgot about Ghost.
yeah, she's still around. Probably really pissed off at Ant-Man and Wasp.
For taking 5 years to
Fix
do the
her.
one thing that they set out to do.
Yeah. So, and then get insight on Kang, and then the Fantastic Four is gonna finish off Kang, because Kang's more of a Fantastic Four
Yeah.
villain. So I think that's
Yeah.
what's gonna end up happening. Because
Well, Kang's like the entire comic
entire
universe.
MCU, but the Fantastic Four has dealt with them the most, with him
Dealt.
the most. Dealt, yes.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
So, anyways, for the replacing probably Zombie Cap, I think the best one they could have done was John Walker as U.S. Agent, or maybe Carly Morgenthau, because those two are pretty influential figures, especially John Walker, who gets way too much hate.
What if they had John Walker and the cap shield that they had with him had blood splatter?
That would have been a good one, in my opinion.
That would have
to
been
have.
sick.
It's either, I would be fine with either if it was John Walker as Captain America or John Walker as U.S. Agent and give him the whole black suit, or
Yeah.
have it be that. So that's just my own personal opinions on it. It could. I think it's great, especially with they gave Falcon a new mold for his wings. I love that. Especially with the old Falcon, his wings were super bulky in the Infinity War sets, so I'm happy to get a new one.
Also, they have a new mold for his hair that actually has goggles.
Is that a new
instead of
mold?
them being printed on?
For who?
Sam.
No.
Is it not? It looks like it's not printed on.
It's definitely printed on. Lego
I can see it extruding
Marvel
from his head.
MCU. Sorry, Lego Marvel MC, Lego Marvel
Lego
CMF.
Sam Wilson, Captain America.
No,
That is custom
that's printed.
figures.
The headpiece is I don't like the headpiece. It doesn't fit him in my opinion, but
What do
that's
you mean?
definitely printed on. The hairpiece.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking. I just searched up a Lego Marvel CMF at the figures.
Yeah, but a lot. I'm looking through them right now. A lot of these are custom figures.
Yeah, I just found one that isn't. So, yeah, that's definitely not old. That's printed on because the rest of his helmet um surrounds his goggles, so it would be hard.
Let me show you. Hold on. No, what they've done before is they just connect the pieces. So his hair,
Show me.
it's like the Lego Batman. The
Share
Lego
screen.
Batman Lego sets had if you no, oh, let me send you a different picture.
Yeah.
If you look at the side of his head, the goggles kind of extrude over the outline of his head. What they did
You're
in
talking
the
about
Lego
Sam, right?
Yeah, the Lego Batman sets, they had Robin's hair and goggles connected.
I don't see that.
Really?
Let me go Lego. Yeah, no, I'm 90% sure it's sorry, let me just search up Captain America Lego Sam Wilson CMF. Not CMF. That's custom images. I'm trying to look for one. Let's see. Let me try CMF. Here we go. There's a good one. That's the leaks that happened. But and then this one, it made me think that
I can't see your screen.
I'm not sharing it. I sent you the picture.
Yeah, that's a fake one, right?
No, that's the real one. That's the one.
Hold on. I'm comparing right now.
This is the leaks that's been happening for the 2 weeks before it was Sylvie, and then
Huh.
it was Wanda,
The
Sylvie,
hairpiece looks really wonky though.
Spider-Man, and White Vision. Yeah, the hairpiece is off, but it's printed on.
Hmm. They should have made it connect to his hairpiece and had it external.
Well, no, the whole thing with his goggles is actually part of his suit. He can't take them off in the show.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
He has like a sort of encompassing his helmet, so it's not like his old ones that just wrap around his head. No, it's part of the suit
Yeah.
now.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
So, I do have one problem with it, and that's kind of just my own preference with it. Throg. I don't like him. Like, he's
No?
cool, but why they completely made it a new piece?
Yeah.
And they couldn't give Alligator Loki his own
Helmet.
mold. Like, they gave Sam his own piece, T'Challa his own piece. They didn't give Spider-Man. They gave Silky her own hairpiece. They gave Wanda her own hairpiece. They gave Carter, I think, her own hairpiece. I don't think they
Yeah.
gave Monica. They gave so many people these new pieces, and they couldn't give Crokey a helmet. And it's not
Yeah.
like that's a common piece. That's like I'm guessing would have been in friend sets only, if anything.
Or just make a new alligator mold that has the helmet.
Because the only alligator mold only alligator I've ever seen them use is the big one that has the jaw that opens up to go ba ba ba.
Yeah.
Never seen them really use this one. So just they get like if you look at Throg on the back of its head, you can see his helmet. And then plus with the Tesseract of Captain Carter, they couldn't use the Minecraft head.
That's true.
It seems a little annoying. Loki, they
Well, no,
didn't
that
give
would have
him
been too
knives.
big. Because then the Tesseract would have been the same size as their head in the show.
But they
That's how
did it.
I know, but that's how they've made the Tesseract before.
But they couldn't put given one more piece to square it off and not leave the stud on top. Because in the what if set
True.
for the Hydra Stomper, they actually use the Tesseract, the Minecraft headpiece for it. So it's just it's whatever. I do like how they like a lot of these figures are dual molded with I don't know, Sam, T'Challa, Spider-Man, Cap, sorry, Zombie Cap, Captain Carter, and that's it. But and Vision, I think. They're all they did not shy off from dual mold. Wanda has arms, Sam has arms. A lot of them do have arms. If they don't have legs, they probably have arms. From what I see, I
Yeah.
could see
Um,
2.
White Vision definitely has leg sides.
Yeah, so White Vision, I see Sam has it. Spider-Man, T'Challa, and I see Cap, and I think that's it. Sylvie doesn't even have leg printing.
Yeah, but she has very plain
Yeah.
gear.
It's they could have done better with her.
And with the Spider Supreme, I can. Oh, actually, never mind. It's a different suit.
You know, technically, it's not the Spider Supreme. It's Zombie Hunter Spider-Man.
Okay, but it looks like Spider Supreme, doesn't it?
Yeah, but in the big shot, which it shows everyone with their with their second piece, and Spider-Man has the head mold. That isn't Spider-Man. That's Scott Lang.
What?
In What If, in the Zombie Hunter episode of Spider-Man, Scott Lang is in like in a jar. It's just his head, and he's talking to Spider-Man. It's Ant-Man. What are you expecting?
Well, yeah.
He's the stupidest Avenger, probably.
Yeah. Besides Star-Lord.
I don't know. Even Star-Lord knows more than him.
Well, yeah, but the dumbass killed half the universe's population.
He needed to do that. It was in the timeline.
Yeah, and Nebula. You know what? I think it's also Nebula's fault. It's also Nebula's fault because she wasn't doing crap. All she did was make Star-Lord more mad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a big controversy. All right, well.
Anyway.
Anyways, you want to go on to your next topic?
Yes. Have you seen the old '80s Howard the Duck movie?
No, I've just heard it's really bad.
It is very bad. Yeah. Firstly, one that's not very important is that it would have been Robin Williams voicing it, but he didn't like that it was an animatronic duck.
Okay.
But anyway,
Yeah.
is the headline for this one says original Howard the Duck movie star Leah Thompson pitched Marvel a reboot.
Of Howard the Duck?
Yeah, so there might be a Howard the Duck in our future.
I'd see that, especially because they've already like put Howard the Duck in the MCU. He was in Guardians and then Endgame.
Yeah.
So he's already been in it. So I could see that.
There was also a Howard the Duck Easter egg in Homecoming.
Was there?
Yeah. When he's on the, it's very small, and when he's on the boat, there's a Um, there's a license plate that says HTD, which is Howard the Duck, and then it had a specific comic
I'm
number.
guessing where he's with Spider-Man.
No, he's on that same boat.
Oh, okay.
But that's not a very big one. But it's still there.
That would be exciting to get a new one, especially with all these new Marvel properties.
Yeah. Okay. Big one.
Big one.
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I cannot wait. Holy freaking
I
crap.
absolutely cannot wait.
Like it got revealed so long ago, and then I just forgot about it.
Same.
Like Free Guy, I completely forgot about Free Guy.
Yeah.
I
actually first heard about Free Guy when Jacksepticeye announced he was gonna be in it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for both of those. Afterlife mainly because Noah Schnapp's in it, and he's in Stranger Things, and he's a really good actor, and Paul Rudd's in it. Sorry,
Yeah.
no, it's gonna be good if Paul Rudd's in it.
Yeah, and in the trailer, it looked like he was holding a tub of Baskin Robbins ice cream, and as we all know, Baskin Robbins always finds out.
Baskin Robbins always finds out.
Always.
Always.
But before the trailer released, because we're filming this pretty late than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Before the trailer released, I saw that there were Ghostbusters Afterlife toy reveal. And it has the old team in jumpsuits. Except for Egon, of course. Unfortunately.
Egon is played by
the I forget his name.
Why did his actor die?
Yes.
I'm gonna call it say Robin Williams.
What?
Nothing.
Harold Ramis. It's
okay,
Harold
yeah,
Ramis.
It's not Robin Williams. Bill Murray's back in it?
Yeah, Bill Murray. Hold on. I forget his name. I can't remember his name for some reason. Dan Aykroyd, that's his name. Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson are coming back.
Ernie Hudson, isn't he the black guy?
Yes. And it also says that Sigourney Weaver is said to come back, and Annie Potts is definitely coming back. She's in the trailer. She was the receptionist.
Okay.
We got one.
Yeah.
That lady. So that's that. That's really exciting.
It's better than the one that came out like in 2016 of Chris Hemsworth.
I scrolled down. I'm on Screen Rant right now. That's where I get most of my things. And I scroll down and I see the headline: "The Flash movie filming halted after cameraman crashes into Batcycle."
What?
Listen. Production on The Flash has been temporarily suspended following the incident that saw crew member crash into Batcycle during filming.
What? That's a little... It's like all those close calls the Olympics is having.
Yeah.
Have you seen those? Like with the javelin guy who the javelin leaned 5 feet away from a camera guy?
Yeah.
The guy almost got javelin straight through the heart. And then, yeah. What? That's crazy.
That is funny.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, no, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest, and you're gonna hate me for this. I've never seen the original Ghostbusters. I'm just really excited for all the...
You have not seen the original Ghostbusters?
I haven't even finished Back to the Future trilogy yet. I've only watched 1 and 2.
Yeah, but Ghostbusters is way more iconic than Back to the Future.
Is it?
Yeah. Do you want to borrow my DVDs? I have 1 and 2.
I could probably just watch it if my dad. I could find it. I've just never watched it. I mean, you don't think I
How have you never watched it? Oh my
It's
God.
Ghostbusters. But just that actor list just makes me excited for it.
You've never seen... I can't get over the fact How have you not seen Ghostbusters?
I've never seen Terminator. I've never seen
Well,
listen.
Terminator's not that big.
My mom's not a big movie fan. She doesn't like movies.
Really?
She just doesn't. She doesn't watch TV. She watches one show. You want to know what the show is?
Huh.
The Crown.
What's that?
It's a movie about the crown in Europe. It's like a drama. That's like it's like a history thing about the royal family.
Mm.
Drama series about it. It's England. Okay, it's not like
I'm looking at where you can watch Ghostbusters 1 and 2. You have to pay for it. I'll just lend you my DVDs. You need to watch them.
okay. I'll watch it with my dad.
You need to watch them.
I know I will. Okay. So probably head on to our next topic.
Apparently, in the bad 2016 Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
Jared Leto, the actor behind the bad Joker,
Yeah.
gave Margot Robbie, the actor behind Harley Quinn,
Yeah.
he gave her a rat.
A rat?
A rat. Margot Robbie reveals what happened to the rat that Jared Leto gave her on Suicide Squad.
What? See, I never watched the original Suicide Squad, and I'm happy about it.
It didn't happen in the movie. You should be
Yeah, I
happy
know.
you didn't watch the movie.
I'm excited to watch the new one.
I am excited to watch the new one.
Bird.
In fact, you know how John Cena is with Margot Robbie in the new movie?
Is he?
Margot Robbie reportedly used to sleep in a room with a giant John Cena cardboard cutout.
What?
And she revealed this during Jimmy Kimmel Live, when she was, John Cena was very much there with her.
What? Huh?
Yeah,
That's kind of crazy. Huh?
that's amazing.
Does she like wrestling? Or did she just thought it was funny?
Actress Margot Robbie used to sleep in a room with a giant cardboard cutout of WWE superstar and actor John Cena. The two are set to share screen, blah blah blah, the Suicide Squad, debuting in theaters August 6th. Fellow co-star Jai Courtney, who portrays Captain Boomerang, has promised that the Suicide Squad is very... okay, that has nothing to do with the story. But yeah. And keeping on track with the Suicide Squad ones, James Gunn asked John Cena to stop taking his Peacemaker costume home. I told you this previously.
See, yes, but I don't think it was for Suicide Squad.
No.
Did you know
no,
that?
This
Yeah,
one
it
this one
the
was for the
Peacemaker
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I actually don't know what Peacemaker's about, but
It's about Peacemaker, you dunce.
what is he? Just shoot people?
I don't know, probably.
Makes peace.
Is there like, it's basically Punisher, right?
I guess, yeah, but with a
I've learned
costume.
that I've learned that if you must keep the costume on, they don't ask for it back. That's a quote from John Cena.
John Cena must be happy finally getting some live action work.
Yeah.
After,
What do you
like-
mean live action work.
Well, I mean, he's been in a lot of animated stuff, and I don't like it.
He's also been in I can't remember what that movie's
wasn't
called.
he in that one fire where he's a firefighter movie that was really bad because it was like kids.
Yeah. I forget what the movie's called.
Yeah.
It's some thing with an old fire, like what to do if there's a fire.
Yeah, no, that's that. No, just finally getting a movie of John Cena that he could use his talents in as being funny. Not being a kids movie because he's constantly just kid stuff because he's John Cena.
Yeah.
But he's finally getting some a role I can actually
Oh,
respect.
he was
for him.
in Blockers. That's the movie.
What's that?
You
When did it come out? When did it come out?
2018. 2018.
Blockers?
Blockers.
I have to admit to you, it's not ringing a bell.
You have an issue. You have
It's a
seen
comedy movie.
so little movies.
Do you know how many comedy movies have come out in the past 20 years?
Probably a lot that you haven't seen.
Yeah. I don't watch a lot of comedy. I just watched The Hangover was funny. I just recently watched that. I don't watch a lot of movies. I prefer TV shows. TV shows are just better movies.
TV shows are more drawn out movies, which sometimes is good.
But I feel it was odd going back to Black Widow, which was so short compared to, like.
And it wasn't. And people need to stop lying to themselves. It's not one of the best
Black Widow
movies in Marvel
sucked.
history. It didn't suck, but it wasn't great. It was hardly good. It was very decent.
Like Black Panther.
It's,
That was
I
a joke.
actually
That
agree
was a
with
joke.
that.
The Black
No, I
Panther's-
actually agree with that.
No, Black Panther's
I-
like not top tier, but it's not mid tier. It's
in that gray area where it's not the greatest, but it's also not.
It doesn't
it's
deserve to
not-
be the highest ranked Marvel movie ever.
It's more than good. It's less than great.
Yeah, it's not. It's not what people hype it up to be. It is.
Yeah.
But also is Avengers Endgame. You wanna know what is a good Marvel movie? Both.
What?
Actually, I didn't hear watching Ant-Man and the Wasp, but Ant-Man. That's like top 10 for me.
Really.
It's Ant-Man.
It was definitely not top tier for me, but it was a good movie.
Hi, I'm Scott. Hi, I'm Scott. You're the Falcon. I know that.
Oh,
I'm Ant-Man.
Yeah.
There's a Spider-Man and an Ant-Man.
Did he just say hi? I'm Scott.
Yeah. Okay, listen, it's just good.
Ant-Man and the Wasp isn't very good.
I'll save that if we ever do that episode. What my favorite Marvel movie is, but
I feel like that's less of a podcast episode, more of a video.
yes, but it's very obvious what my favorite Marvel movie is. Marvel property. Sorry. And it's I'll just tell you, it's Phase 2.
Phase 2, is it Captain America not Civil War?
I'm not gonna say.
Winter
I'm
Soldier?
not gonna say. But it's Phase 2. Phase 1's just okay. Saying I've not watched every Marvel property. I'm missing 3.
What? Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Sorry, 4, but the 4th one no one watches. So Incredible Hulk, obviously, which is the one no one watches, and no one
Doesn't
wants to
matter.
watch. Yeah, doesn't have anything to do except Abomination, who's here now, but I already know everything about him.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2 and 3.
Those are good ones. You
I've
should
just
watch
never
those.
had the chance to see them, and the one that is the worst Marvel movie ever. People say, not counting Incredible Hulk, Thor: The Dark World.
You've seen Thor, but you haven't seen Iron Man 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Me and my dad were rewatching. Me and my dad started watching all the ones we haven't watched in order, and so it went Thor, Captain America, and
You hadn't seen Captain America: The First Avenger?
not till like 6 months ago.
Oh, 6 months. Okay.
Yeah. It was just when we started doing this, and then we watched Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and then
It's not Anne. It's like Captain America: Civil War. It's just Captain America.
It's Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Captain America and what?
Yeah.
Huh? What? It's not Captain America and the Winter Soldier?
No.
It's Captain America the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
It's just easier to say just the Winter Soldier. What? Huh? Me, Gungaga?
Okay, real quick. How do you like the first Captain America movie?
I like it a lot. It's like, I don't know if I could say top 15. Actually, probably top 15 for me.
Okay, but how much better would it have been if it ended with a giant Hydra robot fight?
Between what?
If it ended with a giant Hydra robot fight.
Probably not that better.
Captain America the First Avenger originally ended with a giant Hydra robot fight.
I guess that would have been fun, but I thought the ending was great as it was.
Writers reveal the movie originally ended with Steve Rogers fighting Red Skull's giant Hydra robot.
How would he be ended up in the ice?
Marvel Studios' first Captain America solo movie hit theaters in 2011 and introduced blah 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 exposition. Blah 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 blah.
You know, the movie ended with the trailer for the Avengers.
Huh?
The end credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
So after it's the whole thing of the scene with Nick Fury and the Avengers and Captain America, it played the trailer for the Avengers, which would come out like 9 months later, I think, something around that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, then after that, I think I watched all of Phase 3, so
Yeah.
which is obvious. Except, have I watched all of Phase 3? Yeah, I have.
Okay, here's one that's more of a me thing. Because I know you don't like horror movies very much.
hmm
First, 2 more Halloween movies have been announced. It's Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends.
Why?
2. Jamie Lee Curtis thinks Halloween Ends will be her last time playing Laurie Strode. It's sad, but if that's actually the last movie, then it doesn't really matter.
Which it probably will.
Yeah.
Because it's called Halloween Ends.
And here's one that you might like.
What?
So, in Halloween 4, Paul Rudd played somebody named Tommy Doyle in the movies.
Uh-huh.
Halloween Kills, Paul Rudd approached to return as Tommy Doyle.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is coming back as Tommy Doyle. That's awesome.
That is awesome. It's Paul Rudd. I love Paul Rudd's a great actor.
Not only that, it's Tommy Doyle. I know you don't really care because you don't watch horror movies. I love the Halloween franchise.
I have no idea who Tommy Doyle is.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. If you've seen... It doesn't really matter. The only main characters are really Michael Myers and Laurie Strode.
Is Laurie Strode that's like constantly almost getting killed by Michael Myers?
She was the one in the original movie.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So
And
she's been in all like 37 Halloween movies?
No. So there was a Rob Zombie remake. I'm gonna look up the Halloween timeline.
How confusing is this timeline?
It's meh. So all of the movies pretty much start with, so there was the original Halloween in 1978. Hold on. This is a bad timeline. Here we go. So there was the original Halloween timeline, and then it went to Halloween 2, then 3, 4, 5, and then Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers. And then there was a Rob Zombie remake, which had Halloween 1 and 2. And then Halloween 2 also, the original Halloween 2 also split off into Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrection.
Okay.
I'll actually just send you the picture.
This seems more confusing than what a
It's
timeline.
not if you look at the picture.
There's a multiverse?
Technically. Well, yeah, you have the Rob Zombie version, you have the good version. Oh yeah, and then you have Halloween, and then the 2018 movie Halloween, which is
John Carpenter approved a new timeline?
Yeah.
What's
So
new
currently
with
there's 3 timelines splitting off of the original Halloween movie, one timeline splitting off of one timeline that's just the Rob Zombie
that?
remake.
So Halloween 2 splits into 2?
Halloween 2 goes on to 3, 4, 5, and
No,
Curse.
4, 5. 3's
No,
an alternate
the
universe.
third one, whoever made this is stupid because the third one is still in the same universe as 2, 4, 5, and Curse.
Okay.
It's not an alternate universe.
So it is
Literally,
3, 4, 5.
the only difference between all the rest of the movies in 3 is it doesn't have Michael Myers in it, but it's still a sequel.
So where's the new one
The bottom.
going to be? So at the behind the John Carpenter.
John Carpenter approved the new timeline.
So that's gonna be the
newest one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the only one that counts at the moment.
So it's gonna be the new ones. This is
Yeah.
gonna be under that. Okay.
Yes.
So
that is all I've got.
that's all you got?
Yep.
That's all you got. Jeez. What was?
I guess
Oh,
Venom
what-
2. Have you seen the Venom 2?
I've seen the trailer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for it, I guess.
Yeah, the first one wasn't that good. It actually kind of sucked.
Was it not? Did it?
Yeah,
The new one looks good, at least in my opinion.
it does look pretty good.
The
I
first
love
one
Carnage.
looked good in the trailers. So.
It was not good.
Okay.
But apparently there's gonna be a Knives. Have you seen Knives Out?
I haven't seen it, but I do know what it is. It's
Okay.
like a murder mystery, right?
It is a murder. Yeah, and it has Chris Evans. Apparently there's gonna be a Knives Out 2
Yeah.
somehow. Let me tell you what happens in the first one. Are you good
Isn't
with
it about?
spoilers?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I know. It's like someone dies and they're trying to find out. So some guy in this family dies and they have to find out who killed him. And the whole movie's about how trying to find out the person who killed him while everyone else is dying. And that was like Chris Evans is in it, I think. And it's probably the big bad guy.
So let me tell you what happens. Let me
Yeah.
educate you. So this old man who had a book publishing company that published his own books, he dies mysteriously, and his throat is slit. So everyone thinks, oh, it's obviously suicide.
Yeah.
Are you good with? Do you want me to spoil the movie for you?
Yeah, I don't really
Doesn't
care.
matter. Okay. So what actually happened was Chris Evans.
Yeah.
The dad was cutting off everyone in his family because they were either corrupt or were stealing money from him, even though he was already giving them money. And he cuts off Chris Evans' character.
Yeah.
And Chris Evans doesn't like that, and so he figures, well, okay, if I kill him, then I'll get the inheritance money.
Oh.
But the Marta is a housekeeper for him. She gives him his medicine and sometimes gives him a little bit of drugs to take the edge off. So he tells Chris Evans' character that he's giving all the money to her. And he doesn't like that. So he figures, if I don't, if I kill him before he has time enough to put, um, if I kill him before he has time enough to put the will
In her name.
into, no, it's already in her name, but he hasn't, as far as he knows, he hasn't submitted it yet.
Oh.
Um, so what he does is he switches the drugs for the medicine in the housekeeper, not the housekeeper, in Marta's bag. So she gives him she gives him a lethal dose of drugs.
Yeah.
And what he does is he plans out everything that Marta should do so that she doesn't get caught. And then he slits his throat to make it look like he committed suicide rather than her drugging him.
Yeah.
But what actually happened was when Chris Evans switched it, that didn't matter because when Marta picked up the bottles, there was a slight difference in viscosity in the medicine that nobody else could tell, but she had just gotten used to telling. So she had actually given him the right drug. And if he had listened to her and called the ambulance, he would have still been alive. And the reason he didn't want to call the ambulance was they lived in a country house, like up in the hills.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time they had gotten there, he would have already been dead. And she's an illegal immigrant. It's very, very complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, exposition, everything unfolds, and then Chris Evans gets caught. You should watch it. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
My dad does. I don't know. Well, actually, he has the Amazon Prime. He has Amazon Video.
Yeah,
So-
Prime Video.
Prime Video. So
It's free on that. You can watch
Okay.
it there.
So I bet it's probably not gonna be, if they're making a second one, I bet it's not gonna be about the same people. It's gonna be more like a Saw movie where it's different people, but it's similar scenario.
Well, no, because the Saw movies,
Well,
Big
I'm just
Saw-
talking like it's different people every movie.
well, yeah, but like the reason it's called Knives Out was the grandfather or the old guy who died. All his books were murder mysteries.
Okay.
So it was called Knives Out, and it says there's gonna be the same detective.
Okay.
So
It might be.
I don't know how
same,
it's gonna work.
Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways,
Yeah.
you got anything?
No, not really. I didn't plan anything because you said yes and stuff for this.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I'm trying to think of any recent news that that's been going on other than the Olympics has been happening, which is great. I don't understand half the sports in it. I mean, I saw rugby was on last night. And I don't understand rugby. I've heard the name.
It's basically just football without pads.
Yeah, it's odd. But it's not even football. They could let the football on the ground. It's like it's a combination between football and soccer. So, I mean, it was odd. And then they obviously had skateboardings in it now. So, I mean, found that odd. You know, my aunt, so basically, my aunt's husband, so my uncle, one of his nephews is in the top 20 to be in the Olympics, but because the Olympics are the Olympics, they had to take 10 boys and 10 girls. Otherwise, if it was just the top 20, he would have been in the Olympics for skateboarding. which is crazy. Basically, the
Mm,
only other thing is Simone Biles dropping out after failing her first attempt out of like 2 or 3
yeah.
in gymnastics and letting someone else get the gold in her like I think second or third Olympics. So yeah, she like completely ruined. Like you ego yourself a bit. Like if people are calling you the best in the world because you are, ego yourself a bit.
Yeah.
Don't think, oh, I failed. So now everyone's gonna say I'm not. I failed on my first try, doing some of the hardest stuff in the world. When you literally just performed a move that has never been done before in your tryouts. I guess I have to
Yeah.
quit because like a very rare occasion of me failing came out. Like, boy, everyone fails. I freaking was walking around at my school today because I had registration, and I freaking stubbed my toe and tripped. Like on a freaking thing that was raised out of the floor. And I feel I do that on a daily basis. I trip a lot. I don't
Ah,
look at the ground. So, boy, just
that's probably a habit you want to get into. Looking where you're going.
mm, uh, I never fall.
Meh.
I just go. "Ugh," I stumble. So
Mm,
you really had to let everyone out down like that.
yeah.
I just
Like you let more people down by quitting right after you failed than just failing the entire thing. Because at
exactly.
least if you failed, you can say, "Well, at least I tried."
Yeah. I
But when you just give up straight out, like, well, I screwed it up. Guess I can't ever try again.
and
I can't try the rest of the competition.
and then she blamed it on mental health. Because she says, "Oh, it was too much pressure." Like she was
You
mad.
don't say you're going to the Olympics.
Okay, listen. This is crazy to me. She says it was too much pressure. No one was in the stands. Boy, football players just played an entire season of football with no one in the stands, and they did just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, the Seahawks were a little down because I mean the Seahawks' big advantage is their stadium. They have the loudest crowd in all. Tied for the loudest crowd in all of football. So
Yeah.
they're more used to having to listen to that for the seats. So that's why at the Seahawks stadium they have some of the most. They have the highest there's the highest chance of false starts happening there. So
Yeah.
it's it's I just quitting after your first try. And then have you seen the beds
What
For the
bets?
Olympians? They're made out of cardboard.
No.
There's no back support, and these are some of the top athletes in the world.
Thank you guys for watching. Share with your friends. Tune in next time, and yeah, don't cancel us, please. Don't cancel us.